Master P is in mourning after the death of his daughter, Tytyana Miller. The rapper posted a message on Instagram to confirm the death of his daughter. He did not share the cause of her death then, but said she was battling mental illness and addiction. In this video, I have brought to you the news of the cause of her death in detail. Make sure you stick with me to the end of the video. Without any further delay, let's get into it. Master P earlier message on Instagram regarding the death of his daughter. Following the death of his 29-year-old daughter, Tytyana Miller, the rapper captioned an image of an angel and wrote that their family is dealing with overwhelming grief for the loss of his daughter, Tytyana. In the post, he added that they respectfully request some privacy so that their family can grieve. The post further stated that they appreciate all the prayers, love, and support, and that mental illness and addiction are real issues that we shouldn't be afraid to talk about. The post ended with him highlighting that with God, they will get through this. He then published a new message on Tuesday which read that life is too short. Give your loved ones flowers as long as they are alive. The former actress was one of Master P's 9 children, 8 of whom he shares with Sonya C. The 52-year-old music mogul is also dad to 25-year-old daughter, Cymphonique, from a previous relationship. Tytyana Miller previously made an appearance on the reality TV show Growing Up Hip Hop, alongside her father and brother Romeo Miller in 2016. In July, Master P sat down with Gayle King for CBS Mornings to open up about his daughter's untimely death and explained how he has been working to spread awareness on mental illness and substance abuse. Tytyana had been battling addiction for nearly a decade and shared her struggles while starring on Growing Up Hip Hop with father and brother Romeo Miller. Following her death, Romeo also shared a heartbreaking tribute to his little sister on the social networks. He wrote that he is forever grateful for the memories he had with his amazing sister. Love your loved ones. Life is short. He further highlighted that on the bright side, he knows she is in a much better place and is finally at peace and free. Romeo concluded the post with God bless you. Master P acknowledged in July that he felt as though his daughter's funeral was his own. He said it was challenging for him. The rapper said that he wanted to provide his children with a luxurious lifestyle because he had to overcome poverty and many other hardships. The father of 9 offered his condolences to all parents who have lost children. Now let's look at Tytyana Miller's exact cause of death. 5 months after Master P's daughter, Tytyana Miller, died, the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner Coroner's Office has confirmed the cause of her death. According to the official coroner's report released on Tuesday, Miller died from fentanyl intoxication on May 27, confirming reports that the 25-year-old had died as a result of drugs. Next up, let's talk about other celebrities who died from painkiller ODs. Painkiller abuse and the opioid epidemic touch all corners of the world, even stars on the big screen. Drug overdose is a sad reality that has become far more common now because of the opioid epidemic. Painkiller and opioid abuse is a complex problem, and many celebrities, whether recently or decades ago, have been unable to avoid tragic ends because of it. Here are a few famous people whose lives were cut short by painkillers. Coming first in our list is the case of severe pain leading to heavy use of pills for Prince. The iconic pop, rock, and R&B artist Prince died of an accidental fentanyl overdose at age 57 in his home in Chanhassen, Minnesota on April 21, 2016. Prosecutors have alleged that he believed he was taking Vicodin, but that his pills were laced with fentanyl, which is 50 to 100 times more potent than morphine. Prince, who was known for his extravagant and athletic performances while on tour, suffered from severe pain and addiction in the years before his death, according to the Associated Press. The next is the case of a lethal prescription drug combination causing a Playboy model's early death. A television personality and former Playboy playmate, Anna Nicole Smith, died on February 8, 2007, at age 39. According to Today, Smith was battling a stomach flu and a 105-degree fever at the time of her death, and chose to fight it using a variety of prescription drugs which include chloral hydrate, lorazepam, and diazepam, instead of going to the hospital. Before dying, Smith had struggled with depression and addiction to prescription drugs throughout her life, according to MSNBC. Next is the case of an actor and director abusing prescription drugs. The Australian actor Heath Ledger died on January 22, 2008, from the effects of a mixture of several prescription drugs, including oxycodone, hydrocodone, and diazepam, according to CNN. The 28-year-old celebrated for his portrayal of the Joker in The Dark Knight and a range of other film roles in his short career. Reportedly had been using the drugs to help with a busy schedule and lack of sleep. According to an article in The Telegraph, Ledger also struggled with other drug problems. What about the king of rock and roll struggling with addiction? Elvis Presley died of a heart attack at age 42 on August 16, 1977. He died after taking a mixture of various drugs, including codeine, Valmid, Quaaludes, and Placidil. News reports said that his death was the culmination of years of abusing painkillers prescribed by his doctors, which also brought on various health problems later in life, including glaucoma and bowel disease. Next up, a case of former child star and famed actress succumbing to lifelong addiction. The Wizard of Oz star Judy Garland died on June 22, 1969, of an accident accidental barbiturate overdose at age 47. The singer and actress had been suffering for years from mental and physical health problems, and reportedly had been given stimulants and depressants from an early age to help manage her filming schedule, according to PBS. Then we have the case of Michael Jackson, who was administered with lethal doses of prescription drugs. The King of Pop died on June 25, 2009, after ingesting a cocktail of drugs including propofol, lorazepam, midazolam, and diazepam, according to BBC. His death at age 50 was later ruled a homicide because the lethal doses were administered by his personal physician, Conrad Murray, MD. Jackson had struggled with drug abuse for years, often using prescription painkillers to offset the demands of performing and being on tour. What about a wrestling superstar prone to over-medicating? Joan Lahr, better known by her performing name, Chyna, died on April 20, 2016 at age 46 of an accidental overdose of several drugs, including diazepam, oxycodone, oxymorphone, and alcohol, according to the Los Angeles Times. Chyna was considered a pioneer in women's wrestling, performing for WWE for 17 years. In early 2019, Chyna was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. Her manager told E! News that at the time of her death, she was under stress while shooting a documentary and was prone to self and over-medicating. Next case of celebrities dying from painkiller ODs is that of rock star who died of an accidental drug overdose. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee Tom Petty died on October 2, 2017 from an accidental overdose of several painkillers, including fentanyl and oxycodone. The 66-year-old had gone through bouts of addiction over the years, but at the time of his death, he was reportedly using painkillers to treat a fractured hip, among other issues, according to NBC. Wrapping up the list, there's the case of an undiagnosed heart condition and sleepless nights, which contributed to a book author's sudden death. Michelle McNamara, the author of the New York Times bestseller I'll Be Gone in the Dark, and wife of the comedian Patton Oswalt, died in her sleep on April 21, 2016, from the effects of several drugs including fentanyl, Xanax, and Adderall. The 46-year-old also had an undiagnosed heart condition that contributed to her death. Nearly a year after her passing, McNamara's husband told Entertainment Weekly that his wife was deprived of sleep due to anxiety and nightmares related to intensive research on her book about the Golden State Killer before her accidental overdose. Let's take a closer look into how you can prevent ODs. Drug overdoses can be prevented in many ways, the best methods being to remove opportunities for accidental overdose or triggers for intentional overdose in the first place. If you have children in the house, make sure that all medications, both prescription and over-the-counter, are kept well out of reach. If you use prescription drugs, be sure to use them only as directed by your doctor. Do not combine any medications without first asking your doctor if it's safe. You should also not mix alcohol with prescription drugs without checking with your doctor first. And more importantly, if you have depression or suicidal thoughts, contact your doctor right away. Your doctor can help you get the psychiatric care you need and as well save your life. That concludes today's video. If you found this video helpful, please do consider giving us a thumbs up and don't forget to share the video with your friends and family. See you next time.